Good morning, everyone. How are you doing today? It's Miss Dua. Today we'll be having a very fun lesson. And before we start cracking, I want you to listen to the song and guess what our topic will be on.
February, March and April, May, June, July and August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year.
So if you guess the months of the year, then you're correct. Our lesson today will be on the months of the year. As we previously took the seasons of the year, today we're going to be talking about both seasons and the months. So repeat the months after me: January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November and December. Try to listen to the song as many times as you can because I'd like you to memorize them all. They are very important, and I'd like you to also memorize them. We're going to have a spelling test next week. So what do you notice about the months of the year? What do they begin with? They all begin with a capital letter. Excellent. They all begin with capital letters, and don't forget to start them all with capital letters, just like the days of the week. Over here we have the seasons and months, okay? We have spring, summer, autumn and winter, which we took last lesson. Now let's have a look at each season and the months that are in each season. So spring starts in March, and then April and May. Each season takes 3 months, okay? Then we have summer, which is after spring, and summer begins in June, July and August. That's my favourite season. I love summer because we can go to the beach, we can travel, we have lots of fun in summer. And then after summer we have autumn, which starts in September, October and November, and winter follows autumn and it begins in December, January and February. So spring, March, April, May, summer, June, July and August, and autumn, September, October, November, and winter is in December, January, February. So in December, in winter, it's very cold. As you can see in the picture, it's snowing. And we know that winter begins in December. When does winter end in? It ends in February. After winter, what comes after winter? We have spring. When does spring start? It starts in March. Lovely. Which month does spring end in? It ends in May. And when does summer start? It starts in June. Okay, so summer starts in June, follows July, and then followed by August. And autumn begins in September, when we go back to school, and October, and then November. So over here we have a wheel, okay? We have a box that has all the months of the year, and the wheel has the 4 seasons, okay? We have winter, spring, autumn and summer. So what you're asked to do here is to label each season. Try to guess and try to remember what we said before. Which month does winter begin with? Which month does spring begin in? Which month does autumn begin in? Try to remember which 3 months are in each season, okay? I'd like you to do them in the correct order. So I'm going to help you with the first one, which is winter. So we know that winter begins at the end of the year, the last month of the year, which is December, okay? And then January, and the last month of winter is February. Now I'm going to give you about 3 to 4 minutes to answer the other three, and then we can move on. Okay, now I'm going to read you this poem. Let's read it together. January, February, the weather's cold, but in March and April, ice cream is sold. May is the month when we all have fun. We can swim and play out in the sun. In June, of course, it's very hot. July and August, the worst of the lot. September, October, getting cooler again. November, December, here comes the rain. Now, which country do you think this poem is talking about? Okay, so the country that the poem's talking about is cold in January and February. It gets warmer in March and April. It's very hot in June, and they can swim in May. I don't think it's in England because it doesn't get that warm in March and April in England, and it rains a lot in England. It rains all year. Which country do you think? So if you said it's Libya, then you are correct. Well done. Now let's move to exercise C. We're going to look at the table. In January and February, it's very cold. In January, it is 3 degrees and February is 5. So it's very cold in England in January and February. We can see March. You can see it's windy there, isn't it? Okay, it's 9 degrees, and April, I think it rains in April, okay, but the temperature gets a bit warmer. If you can see, it's 12 degrees there. And then in May and June, it starts getting even more warm. We can see it's sunny in June, it's sunny and rainy in May, and in July, it can rain and it's very sunny, and it reaches about 26 degrees. In August, it's very sunny. As you can see, it's 25 degrees. And in September, it's windy again. And then what happens there? The temperature drops to 15 degrees. And then October, November and December, if you can see October, it's very cloudy. It's 8 degrees, and November and December are very rainy, and the temperature goes down to 8 and 5 degrees. Let's answer question 1. When does it snow? Okay, so when does it snow in England? You're going to look at the table. I'm going to give you some time to answer. It snows in January and February. And when is it cloudy? When is it cloudy? Let's look for the cloud, the picture of the cloud. It's cloudy in October. When is it windy? So let's look for the picture of the tree and the leaves falling off the tree. When is it windy? It's windy in, there are 2 months, in March and September. Well done. Which is the coldest month? So, how are we going to find out the coldest month? We're going to read the numbers below. We're going to see which is the smallest number, okay? So, the smallest number is 3. So, the coldest month is January, okay? beginning of the year, the first month of the year. Now let's move on to the last question, question number 5, which is the hottest month. So how are we going to find out the hottest month? So it's going to be the biggest number, okay? Let's look for the biggest number. I can see 23, but 26 is bigger than 23. In which month is it 26 degrees? It is July. So July is the hottest month. Well done. Now, I'm going to give you a short quiz, which I'd like you to write the months of the year in the correct order. So start from January and continue till December. You have all the names written and you're just going to put them in the correct order. You also have homework in your workbooks on page 18, exercise A and C. Now let's play a quick game. I'm going to say the month and you're going to say the following month. So let's start. January, March, May, July, September, November. Well done. I hope you got them all right. Don't forget to practice writing and saying them correctly. And don't forget your homeworks. Goodbye.